What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining the Tully broadcast again. So this is, like I said before, we're going to be doing my mock draft with me and my boy Matt. What's up?
What up, what up?
All right,
Got a
pretty
good
much.
draft coming, everybody.
Yeah. So pretty much what we're doing is our first 11 picks because me and Matt are both big Giants fans. And to be honest with you, I really don't care what happens past the draft, past number 11, as far as the first round. I really don't. It doesn't really matter to me that much. And I don't really do that much research into it past where the Giants pick. So that's why I did this. We're doing the first 11. So, all right. So pretty much, if you guys see right here, we got the two screens. The screen on the left right here, that's going to be my mock draft. And the screen on the right, that's going to be Matt's mock draft right there. And I'm going to say my pick. He's going to say his pick. And we're just going to go on the order like that. This is the mock draft 1.0. So we haven't even really had free agency yet. So this could be totally flipped upside down. I am going to be making more of these. So you really never know what's going to happen past this. Let's say a player gets picked up from, whatever team. Boom, this is completely redo. Their needs at certain positions can be completely different. So that's why we're doing this. This is super early mock draft, but it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to doing this. Got anything for this, Matt?
No, let's get right into it, man.
All right, cool. All right, so first pick in the draft, it's quite obvious. They're going to go with Penei Sewell. No, just kidding. No, they definitely. Wilson, they're gonna go. They got to go T. Lawrence. That's what they're going for. This is
that's just like,
yeah.
You watch football, you pick Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, this has been for sure. I would not even be surprised if Urban Meyer has already sent the playbook to Trevor Lawrence, going like,
oh yeah, 100%. They probably told him.
Yeah, like they did that. Like I heard an interview with Joe Burrow. He said that he's already had the playbook for like 2 weeks.
He was like, dude, I've been reading the playbook. Like I already know what kind of offense they're running.
Exactly. So I would not be
like I'm part of the team already. That's Trevor. Like Trevor knows who's good.
Yeah, he's going there for sure, no doubt.
Dude, I was watching even like his pro day, man. It's just like he throws a beautiful football.
It's a dot. The
guy really throws like.
He's been the number one pick since he's won the national championship his freshman year. He's honestly probably been even the number one pick since he walked into Clemson. He's been the guy. We were just sort of waiting. We've all been just waiting.
Like that dude.
Yeah, so he's 100% the guy. But now I think this is where things could be different. This could be different.
I'm a big Zach Wilson fan.
You are?
I've been watching him a lot, and like he's good, dude. He could be a real good starting NFL QB, I think.
Okay.
I think he's got like some actual NFL talent.
I think
the one thing that does scare me is his lack of like competition, obviously at BYU, but also like the kids he was playing with at BYU, like they're kind of trash. Like, you watch some of the games that he was playing, dude, like wide open passes.
Yeah.
Hitting kids in the chest, hitting the ground, but like. I think like most people. At first, I was a hater on Zach Wilson. I was just like, kind of like Dan Jones. Like I heard BYU, Zach Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I'll picking this kid second round, and then or second pick. But then I started looking, and he's honestly, dude. He makes some crazy plays, and he's got that it factor,
Yeah. So you're going Zach Wilson at 2?
Zach Wilson.
All right. Now, I agree with you. I think that they're also going to be doing Zach Wilson, and I think it for a couple of reasons. Reason number one is it's a new head coach. You got Robert Saleh in there now, and he's not like, we can all say that for Jets fans, Sam Darnold has not been the guy. He just has not been playing well. And I don't know if it's on Sam Darnold or if it's just on the overall team, but it's just he hasn't been playing well. So I think
he wasn't in a good position, but
yeah, exactly. But I just think like Robert Saleh wants to have his guy. He wants to have like, this is my dude.
Yeah, you're adamant about that.
Yeah, like I agree. Like this is who I want. Like I don't need to. I don't like because then let's say like he sticks with Sam Darnold and he's still butt. Then it's like, whoa, well, dude, it's not my dude. It's not my guy.
Yeah, right. And it's like, you guys kind of fucked me because brought me in with some bum quarterback. I think Sam Darnold's a bum. I think he will not be a starting quarterback anywhere he goes. Jets fans are thinking they're going to get a first rounder for that dude.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz got what they give possible first rounder for Carson Wentz.
Yeah, and a third round.
I think he'll probably turn into a first unless he gets hurt.
I agree.
I don't see him not starting over Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. 100%.
Unless he's like trash. Unless he was a fraud his first 2 years. But,
yeah.
Like I think Carson Wentz injury, like he had a real bad year this year. He did underperform, but like things considered, I think he's a good quarter. He like obviously won games. He brought his team to the playoffs. Like,
Well, yeah,
he's a
he's
good
definitely
quarterback
going into a
outside of
good system. He's going into a good system for sure with that
That's
offensive
true.
line, the defense. They have decent pieces at receivers / running backs. The running back's really good. So he's going into a good system.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. The Colts are a real good fucking team. All they needed was a quarterback, really. Phil,
Yeah, really, honestly.
definitely not going to do it for you.
No. And they even made it to the playoffs with Phil Rivers being, old and broken.
Yeah,
So
that was.
and they had a good game against the Bills. So I think the Bills are a really good team. So I mean they should be.
Oh yeah, they have like one of the best like well-rounded teams. Now with if Carson Wentz could because Carson Wentz was playing like a bum on the Eagles and like he just like didn't seem like he wanted it, like wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
something like I said in my video yesterday, something quick.
What'd you say?
I said like I said in my video yesterday, something bad clicked, and it was not for the good. You know what I mean? Like
I saw something today that him and Doug Peterson didn't speak for like 7 to 8 weeks.
I saw the same thing. Yeah. So
that's
they were
crazy.
Bad relationship.
Your head coach. Like, how do you even do that? How you like?
Yeah. And you're the guy making the most money.
That doesn't make any sense to me. But that's not even a knock on Carson Wentz. That's probably a knock on Doug Peterson too. Doug Peterson's a schmuck though.
Ball. All right, back to the mock draft.
We don't talk about Doug Peterson.
Yeah, back to the mock draft. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later when we get to the Eagles pick. So now we got the Dolphins pick. This is the one that they traded for. I think this was in the trade for Larry Tunsil. The Houston Texans should have had this pick, but this is the Dolphins pick. So I think I'm gonna go. I've seen this been mostly in a lot of mock drafts, Jamar Chase. And now maybe he is the better guy, but I kind of disagree, man. I really do. So we got Tua at the quarterback, right? Tua, he has a relationship with Devontae Smith. If you remember correctly, when Tua won his first national championship, he did it with Devontae Smith. He threw that game-winning touchdown to Devontae Smith. They have a relationship with each other. I think you got to go. I'm going to go Devontae Smith here. And I know, I know some people disagree with me, but I think that's the way. What do you think?
My thing with Devontae is just like a dude, him compared to Jamar Chase is just like not even like a skill level thing. It's more of just like build. It's like I would just rather have like a obviously more built, bigger receiver. I'm not saying Devontae's not going to be good, but like me personally, receivers like Devontae Smith always end up getting hurt, blown out of ACL, whatever it may be. But like either way, you're not going to go wrong with Jamar or Devontae Smith, but I'm going to have to go with Jamar.
And I you know what? I can definitely see it. I really can. I do maybe see that Jamar might be better. I can totally buy that. But I think maybe at the end of the day, I bet, Tua, if that's their guy, he's going to want to have his boy. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I can see it.
And Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, like you can go either way with him.
Agreed. Totally agreed.
Front office, that's not like that is a tough decision, but like at the end of the day, you're not mad with either one.
Yeah. And, us as Giants fans, too, we got to see, like, that is a pick where, we're going to have one of those top 3 wide receivers off the board, really. One of the big 3. That's going to be one of those off right there.
That's what you're looking for the Giants? You're looking Waddle?
I'm looking receiver.
I want Waddle.
I'm looking receiver. And I'll show you when we get there. I'll show you when I get there what I'm going to do here. This might be a little crazy, but you never know. We'll just hold on now. Hold on. All right, so now we're going Atlanta Falcons. And I was kind of thinking a lot about this. I was looking at a lot of mock drafts, and I think it's going to be the hometown boy. I think it's going to be Justin Fields. If you remember correctly, he played at a high school in Georgia. He went to Georgia for a year. I think the Falcons, they're going to want to rebuild.
I agree. I think they're gonna take the quarterback.
Yeah.
Matty Ice, my boy, he's not getting it done no more.
No,
they need more than a quarterback though. So I don't know. If I'm them, I might take Sewell because at this point, without I think Ohio State QBs, you can't trust them. I'm never gonna take Ohio State QB.
I agree. I do agree.
Either Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking a quarterback in this draft. I mean, Justin Fields, though, like, he's one Ohio State QB where I'm like, all right, he might be different. I said the same thing about Dwayne Haskins. Like, I was like, whoa, Dwayne Haskins is kind of filthy.
Yeah. So that's what they always say. This is the one. Now, I agree with you. If I am an Atlanta Falcons fan, I'm a little scared. I will. But I just think they're going to want to do the rebuild, and they're going to want to start it. And what are they going to do it with? They're just going to have, their old QB, Matt Ryan. And maybe he's not that old, but he's pretty old. So, let's get away from him. Let's put a new guy in there, and let's. Let's.
I think it'd be good to have Justin Fields work under Matt Ryan for a year.
Exactly. So, who do you want to go with? You want to go with Panay?
I'll go with Panay Sewell. Yeah.
That's. You know what? If they're going to rebuild too, that's not a bad piece to rebuild.
Yeah.
It really is with your left tackle. It really isn't a bad piece to rebuild with that guy. All right, now we're on to the Bengals. So for me, I think the Bengals, they got to protect Joey B. They got it.
Yeah.
I can see.
I agree. There's nothing.
Yeah.
No other way to go for the Bengals.
I agree. I see him going two ways here, though. I see him even going with Panay Sewell, who at this point has fallen to them, which I think they will. I really do. I mean, I'm going to pick now just to stop talking, but I think he is their guy because they need to protect Joey. They really do. But I just think that personally, they could also go defense here because their defense is
their defense. They need a lot. They need a lot of
Yeah, they do. They do.
They're all around they need a lot of improvement. They need receivers. They got Boyd. Other than Boyd, I don't even know.
They got T. Higgins. T. Higgins is good, and they got Joe Mixon. And they got Joe Mixon at running back. So they have weapons.
Yeah, they have weapons, but I mean Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins, you could use another receiver. Their defense is atrocious though, so I would say I might go. The thing is, I don't think Patrick Surtain or Rashaan Slater is somebody who you want to pick at fifth overall, but what they're looking at and what they need, I might put Rashaan Slater.
I have seen this happen. Some people have said that Rashaan is the guy who's more refined. He is the guy that is ready right now.
Yeah.
Now
that happens a lot with O-linemen.
Yeah, they said he's has a low floor, but and a low ceiling. You know what I mean? So where he's not. He's there. He's good. He's gonna be. He's what you got.
He'll be good. He'll be decent, but he might not be great.
Whereas with Slater, on the other hand, they don't know. With Panay Sewell, they don't exactly know. Yeah. He could be really good, or
he could be a freak.
Exactly.
Obviously,
he's got a huge upside.
Great NFL lineman.
Yeah,
I would take him. That's the thing with top 10 linemen. Also, it's you're gonna get most of the time, most drafts, you're gonna get if you have a top 10 pick, you're looking for O-line, you're gonna get a good O-lineman. Except for the Giants, they've always.
Nah. I like Andrew Thomas.
Andrew Thomas is good, but then Flowers that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
That was really good. Okay, so I don't want to talk about that guy. So next pick. All right, now I got a buddy up here at school, and he's a big Eagles fan. And we go at it. For sure. So listen, I was telling him this, and I would not I would not be surprised if this happens because you got to think about it. And I'm going back to my whole Jets idea with a new head coach. You got a new head coach there. Justin Hurts. Is that his name? Yeah, Hurts, right? Yeah,
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. That's what I was confused for. Hurts. He wasn't even a first round guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm a big fan of Hurts. I like Hurts.
He's not bad. I'm just saying I don't think he's a GOAT. Now, you know what I mean? He's not. He's not great.
He's not gonna get. I don't know. He played pretty well the games he's been playing. I feel like they should give him another season, if anything.
And I can see them doing that. So that's why I am not saying they're going to pick a quarterback here. But guys, I want to stress this to the listeners. I would not be surprised if they did. If they took a QB.
Here to hear first, baby. Totally broadcasting.
I would not be surprised. And I've heard tiny reports saying that they have not declared him the number one guy and they want to bring him to competition. So I'm not saying this is a quarterback right here, but it very well could be. And in the future, when I make new mock drafts, don't be surprised if I put a quarterback there. But as of right now, I think now also you gotta think about this too. And my Eagles fan, please do me a favor, skip this next minute I'm gonna be talking about. Here we go. So Howie Roseman is the worst drafter of all time. He is so bad at drafting quarterbacks. It is,
dude. You just look at their situation with Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts in general. Just like that whole
it was ridiculous.
How that happened was just why they even drafted Jalen Hurts in the first place is beyond anybody. Like that was the dumbest shit ever.
And then drafting Jalen Reagor too. Like, good job. You know.
Yeah, like.
They don't get it. Yeah, drafted Jalen Reagor with Justin Jefferson, who broke the rookie receiving record. Like, so like they are so bad. So you I don't want to think like an idiot.
Where he played? He played at like TCU or something. I don't
TCU.
Know.
He played at TCU compared to the dude that played at LSU and won a national championship.
Yeah.
He was the number one guy at LSU. The number one dude was Jamar Chase.
Out at LSU. He wasn't just like good. Like he was balling out in the title game. Like. Could not be guarded, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
Odell's handing him wads of cash on the dap up, man.
Yeah.
You not draft that man.
yeah, exactly. So they just don't get it. They don't get how to draft, really. Yeah. So, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say if they are smart, which guys, again, I don't want to think like an idiot, but they are. They are dumb. If they are smart, they rebuild. And what the piece they're going to rebuild with is Rashaan Slater. In my opinion, that's going to be your offensive tackle that can protect your guys, assuming you stick with Jalen Hurts. Now, again, I have a lot of Eagles fans that, like my buddy, who's really mad at me for saying this, but I think they got to learn from our mistakes, dude. We did this exact same thing in the 2018 draft by drafting Saquon. I love Saquon a lot, but we should have traded Saquon Barkley. We should have. Or we shouldn't have drafted Saquon Barkley. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Who would you have taken?
We shouldn't have drafted Saquon Barkley. We should have went with the quarterback there. We should have went with the quarterback there, and we should have went with, we're rebuilding.
What were the quarterbacks in that draft?
That was the year Baker was off in the first part, and then you had Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, and
but we would have probably ended up taking Darnold.
Well, you don't know that. Maybe we took Allen. You never know.
Yeah.
But I just think we should have taken a quarterback there. And maybe like we can say Sam Darnold. Maybe if we had Sam Darnold, he would not be the guy that he is on the Jets. The Jets are hot garbage. They're always are going to be hot garbage.
Yeah, so their whole organization is a joke. So I hate the Jets. I hate the Jets.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right,
so
let me get my pick in.
Yeah, who are you picking?
I'm going to go Devontae Smith here.
Mm-hmm. Wide receiver.
I think they definitely need like a weapon, somebody like a generational talent, like Devontae Smith.
You're right.
They need somebody with Jalen Hurts to like give him a place to ball out, like
agreed.
Give him an opportunity to ball out is what I was looking for.
Agreed. Totally agreed.
So I think they're gonna go wide receiver. I wouldn't also be surprised if they picked a quarterback because like they are the Eagles, you can't trust the Eagles front office. I would be so happy if they drafted a quarterback. Oh my god. Like if they drafted Justin Fields or even if like Trey Lance dropped in, dude, I'd be so happy.
Yeah. I actually Trey Lance I could kind of maybe see going to them, but I would be I'm happy whoever they take, except if they take an offensive tackle. Because I feel like the offensive tackle is the best move for them at the moment.
Yeah.
Whoever they take it's gonna be dumb. I'm gonna love it, and I look forward to it. So
look forward to draft night, baby.
Exactly. I always look forward to draft night. I mean, it's so sad that it's so far away from now, but I'm really
it is a long time. Dude, no.
What were you saying?
Almost a year, no football for like another 8 months.
Pretty much. It's getting a little nerve-wracking.
Super Bowl depression.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, on to the next pick with the Lions. All right, so I'm thinking here the Lions are going to have to go defense because they are lacking in the defensive department. Now, I think their offense, man, they got some picks. They got some guys on offense, to be honest with you. People hate on Jared Goff. I don't hate on him that much.
I think Jared Goff is a sorry bum who should not be a starting QB in the NFL.
That is fair. Maybe that's fair, but I think they're gonna stick with Jared Goff.
He brings nothing like he brings he can make accurate throws. His arm strength is not very good. Like he can't move very well.
He
doesn't bring much to the table for me.
That is fair.
He's just like he's like Sam Darnold, who's just like you just look at him, you're like that guy.
Bum.
That guy's not leading me to a Super Bowl.
I think maybe you have
That
a
guy
point
tells
there.
me to do something. I laugh in his face.
Maybe you have a point there, but still, they're probably gonna stick with him and not go quarterback. And they have weapons. They have guys like
Yeah,
Kenny
I think they'll
Galladay.
definitely stick with him. Yeah.
As of now, they
Kenny
have guys
Galladay
like
could
Kenny
be.
Galladay, and they have Marvin Jones, and
Yeah, they got good running
Hawkinson.
backs. They have a good running back committee.
Yeah, and they got T.J. Hawkinson. So they have guys there. There's no real good offensive tackles for them to really take that I would feel comfortable taking there. So I think this is an easy pick, and they're going to have to go defense. Now, who are they going at defense? And I have them going with my guy. He is a absolute stud. Now, there are some problems because apparently there's a couple little allegations out there that I don't really know. I don't know too much about. Apparently, he had like a lot of hazing at Penn State. But man,
Michael Parsons.
this guy,
I want Michael Parsons on the Giants, dude.
this
If he
guy is
drops to 11
stud.
and the Giants still pick him.
Agreed. I would love to see him on the Giants. But who are you going with at the Lions?
Lions, I agree. I think their secondary is pretty atrocious. They did draft
Akuda.
Kuda, who had a bad year, but I feel like all rookie cornerbacks have definitely like a learning curve. Like every first year or two for D-backs is definitely tough going from college to NFL.
Supposedly, it's one of the hardest to transition into. So
I would not be. I agree. Like it's insanely hard to go from like playing 19-year-old receivers to like you see DK Metcalf walking on the field just like
exactly.
all right, this should be fun.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna take Parsons as well because they need. I think they can build around with their. They'll be all right with their defensive backs. I think they need like a heart and soul of that defense. You know.
So you go Micah Parsons?
So, go Micah Parsons as well.
Okay, good. Agreed. So now there again, we have to mention there is some problems out there, off-field issues that people are mentioning. I don't want to put anything into that yet.
Frat? He's in a frat?
No. Apparently he was like hazing on
hazing like freshmen and shit.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. I really don't. I read a couple of things. I don't want to say I'm an expert on what he did or anything like that, so I'm not going to say anything about it. But
what was it?
Well, apparently he spilt water on some guy's laptop, or like he like put water on some guy's laptop, and then that guy fought him. And then they were like fighting each other, and you know.
Oh, so it was just like a beef.
Yeah, so he's just I don't know. There's been off-field issues. I've seen it. I have seen it. I've heard about it, and it's apparently not going to be good. So I don't know that he is dropping a lot in a lot of other guys' mock.
Really?
But I just think he is a stud.
I hate that how like some like that could drop a dude so much, or like you look at Laramie Tunsil when he took a bong rip.
Exactly. Yeah. So
like, bro, like if I'm an NFL team, like if he was top 5 pick, if I'm 5 through 10, and Laramie Tunsil is there, and I just saw a video of him smoking weed out of a gas mask, I don't care. I'm taking him. I'm like, okay, he's a human being. Like the dude he was at college, being a college person, like doing what any other regular college kid would do. All right, maybe a little overboard with the gas mask, but
yeah, but still I agree.
That, but like,
I agree.
You gotta take the like if the talent's there, bro.
Exactly.
You gotta trust your organization and like the people running your team to be able to like to give them a reason to get rid of the offer, focus on fixing their off the field issues and stuff and focusing on playing football, you know? So like, I think that no matter off field issues, whatever, like you got to pick players because of skill, and then you have to focus on you as an organization, how to like you would want to morph them into the player that you want them to be. And that goes for like weed or like he did this, he did that. Like if he beats a girl, all right. If he beats his girlfriend or like anything like that, it's obviously different. But like if it's just like a small minor thing or like he had he got pulled over. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
I agree. No, I understand where you're going with this. And like again, like I said, like we both said, we don't know much, to be honest. More will definitely come out about it, but I just think he's too much a stud. I really do. And you know what? This goes to if he falls to the Giants, and we have a wide receiver already in free agency, oh my God, but I love him to have him.
Imagine let's get to the Giants, maybe.
Well, yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
All right, sorry, yeah,
Carolina,
we'll talk
Justin
about that when we
Fields.
get there. We'll talk about that when we get there.
Carolina taking Justin Fields, I think.
You think they take Justin Fields?
Yeah, they're not rocking with 32 gloves.
Now, I agree with you too, but I have Justin Fields gone. I think they're going to take Trey Lance. I agree they're going QB. I think they're going to go QB. It just makes sense to them, really. They have good wide receiver weapons. With Robbie Anderson and Curtis Samuel, who I know is a free agency, but if they can get him back, maybe. And then they have
and
obviously
they got
best running back in the league, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
So they got guys.
He'd be in a good situation going into Carolina, and they have their defense is okay.
Yeah,
it's not horrible, but it's definitely not good.
I could see him going defense here as well, but I just think that's
I agree, but I think at this point in time they want a quarterback. Did you see they were looking to trade McCaffrey for Watson? I was like, dude, like what? McCaffrey and a few firsts. Like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah, so that's what we have to say. Again, like we said before, this if they get Deshaun Watson, then this draft is done. I mean, we're wrong. So like they're gonna not do Trey Lance as well. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
we have to wait. But now at the 9th pick in the draft, I have the Broncos. They're struggling now. They need. I think Drew Lock is also a bum. I think he's a bum.
I think Drew Lock is a fraud. If I've ever seen a fraud, I think they're taking Trey Lance because you can't have Drew Lock running your football team. You can't have him at the lead of the helm.
I think it's not a bad pick at all. Actually, I think QB could definitely be where they go, but I don't have a good enough QB to be where I'm at right now in my scenario. So where I think they're going to go is they're going to have to clear up that defense and go with Patrick Surtain. I think they go with Patrick Surtain, and now I'm actually because he's the number one guy at corner. But to me, I am a little afraid of him. And the reason why I'm afraid of him is because there's a lot of reports out there saying that he's a little slow. He really can't guard the deep passes and stuff like that. Yeah. And this league is getting more vertical and vertical as the years go on. So I don't want a guy that can't guard the vertical pass. You know what I mean? I don't need that. So that's why I'm a little afraid of him. But I think they're going to have to look at the players that they have right now. I think they're going to go corner. And I do not care at all that they go wide receiver at all. Again, important to
I don't think they would either.
I think it's a team that does not go wide receiver or weapon at all because they have guys. They have guys like Noah Fant. They have guys like Jerry Jeudy, Courtland Sutton. Philip Lindsay's a solid running back. I don't know if Melvin Gordon's still on a deal or not there, but he's there. They have weapons. They don't need weapons. So that's big time for us. Now, speaking of a team that doesn't need weapons, now onto the Cowboys, which now, again, like I was saying before, how the Eagles draft bad. Holy Lord, can the Cowboys not draft either when it comes to just only drafting weapons? That's all this team does. So, but I hope to God Jerry Jones finally figures out that he needs to get something better. And I think they go cornerback, and I think they're going to have to go Caleb Farley because they do not have a defense.
Their defense is awful. They haven't had a defense in years. Their cornerbacks have always been garbage. So I'm also going to I think they're taking Surtain.
Mm-hmm.
I like Surtain. I think like Alabama, that's the best. Like for any position, honestly, that's a good team to be at. But like for cornerbacks, especially, I think they have a great their defensive coaches and stuff are real good, and they always produce really good DBs. So I think he'll end up being a good corner in this league.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. I really do. I think they're gonna have to go deep. They're gonna have to go defense. They really need it badly. They have no defense at all. So, but again, it gets scary when you guys have people like Jerry Jones who draft like morons and only draft weapons when they don't need them. They have CeeDee Lamb, they have Amari Cooper, they have Ezekiel Elliott, they have Michael Gallup. Their tight end's not awful. Like they have guys. So this is something they need.
I wouldn't be surprised if they drafted Kyle Pitts. Honestly, I wouldn't.
I don't disagree. I do not disagree because again, Jerry Jones, that man needs to be.
He's just like need a tight end.
Yeah, I need weapons. He needs weapons.
I need my I need my Jason Witten.
Yeah. He needs weapons.
Big white tight end.
Yeah, so he needs weapons, and I would not be surprised if he takes a weapon there. But I do agree it's probably going to be Kyle Pitts because that's the only weapon that he doesn't like. Dalton Schultz is not he's not a bad tight end. I actually kind of like him, but he's not goated. He's not a goat. Like that.
But you don't need a great tight end. You just need a tight end who can block and catch a pass.
Agreed.
Evan Ingram can do neither of those things.
And that's why I'm back here with Kyle Pitts. And now everyone, so now we're on the Giants pick, and this is big. And now everyone likes Kyle
So
Pitts.
we've been waiting for. I'm not a fan of Giants taking Kyle Pitts at
I am
11
agreeing with you 100% there.
at all. If a receiver's on the board and they take Kyle, like if Waddle's on the board still and they take Kyle Pitts,
I'm gonna be pissed.
I'll question my fandom.
So you're going Jalen Waddle, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm definitely going. I want them to take Jalen Waddle. I don't know if they'll end up trying to take Cosme.
No. Like an offensive tackle? I hope they don't.
But you can never go wrong with an offensive tackle.
Yeah, but dude, this is, and I've
But
said
also, Giants do need. Wait, what are you saying? My bad.
No, dude, I said in my last video, the Giants, we got to go full blow in on Daniel Jones. We got to give him everything we can give him. This has got to be his year, where you know what I mean? Where it's like, dude, we gave you Saquon Barkley. We gave you a couple wide receiver weapons, real weapons, not like Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard, who are nice little pieces. No, I'm talking like an Allen Robinson, a Kenny Galladay, or like a Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, one of those big three guys, Devontae Smith.
This would be
a proper weapon. Give the guy a weapon and be like, listen, dude, you can't deliver with guys like Saquon Barkley and a really good number one wide receiver. Dude, that's on you.
100%. I agree 1,000,000%. Like if we get Allen Robinson or like Kenny Galladay in free agency, that would be crazy. But yeah, if he gets a weapon, or even if we just get Jalen Waddle, you got Jalen Waddle, Saquon's coming back. You got Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard's a good receiver. He's decent. So you got some weapons. You got a decent O-line now, somewhat of a good O-line. And your defense is only getting better.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta prove yourself. I'm honestly, I don't think Dan Jones is gonna prove himself.
I am a big Dan Jones guy, man. I love Danny Dimes. So I think he will, man. I think he will. But here's the thing with this. If we get one of these pieces, that's not bad. You know what I mean? And he let's say next year he stinks it up. And we have guys like Allen Robinson, Kenny Galladay, we have those guys, and we are awful again next year, which I don't think we will, but we are again. Let's say. Then guess what? Then you get rid of Daniel Jones, and then you get your next guy. He's gonna have the offensive line. He's gonna have a running back. He's gonna have a top wide.
Yeah, that's the
thing. He's gonna have all these things
going out. But then the thing is, the Giants probably aren't gonna be. I don't see them losing more than 9 games, in a season at this point, the way their team's coming around. So I don't think they'll be in a position to grab a great quarterback. But I mean, you can't say, I don't think they'll be in the position to have a top 5 pick to get a good prospect quarterback. But also they could get a 15th pick, or Pat Mahomes, would he get drafted 10th or 12th?
10th. Yeah, I believe maybe it was 10th or maybe 11th, one of those.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so I think it'll be tough. I don't think Dan Jones is our guy. That's my thing. As much as I hate to say it, but I knew this was the reality the day I heard the New York Giants select Daniel Jones. I was like, ooh, I thought he was. I remember, I'll never forget. I was like, oh, they picked an O lineman. Okay, cool. Quarterback from Duke. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think he's. I think he's he could be an average QB, but I just don't think he's gonna get us any Super Bowls. I do like his mentality. I like the way he works. I think he's a good leader. I don't know. It's just I hope he can do it, man. I wish the best for him, but
yeah, because I mean, if he does good, we do good. That's the thing. So I always root for him. But
yeah, exactly. I also saw the Giants picking this guy Gregory Rousseau from Miami at the end.
Yeah,
I would not be so against that because Giants do need an edge rush. I think what the Giants really most need is an outside linebacker who can rush the edge. We don't need I don't want really a D end. I want a outside a left outside linebacker that can cover.
Yeah.
Make plays, tackle.
Exactly.
Open field tackles. Bring down running back one-on-one tackles. We have good linebackers, but we don't I wish we picked Isaiah Simmons.
Understood. I understand the hate about Andrew Thomas, but I think
Andrew Thomas is gonna be good. I think he'll be all right.
He's good. He's a good player. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
and that's what my cousin said last year to me, who also he will be on for another episode. But he was telling me, like when you draft Andrew Thomas, it's like getting socks and underwear for Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're not thrilled. You're not thrilled. Like you're like, oh, sick. I got socks and underwear, but it's like, damn, I do need my socks have holes.
Yeah, like I'm gonna use them.
I need these. Like I do need these.
Definitely to use. That's for sure.
So and then again, I'm gonna go back because this is gonna be a little precursor to my free agency video, which I'll be making up pretty soon. But if the Giants can get a guy like Kenny Golladay or like Allen Robinson, your number one wide receiver, this completely opens up our draft then I don't.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean? That I don't think we need to pick a guy like Jamar Chase or like a Jalen Waddle or like I don't think we need to pick one of those guys necessarily.
Like if we could get Allen Robinson and then if Micah Parsons were to drop, we're winning the Super Bowl.
Dude,
I don't give a. We're going to the moon. Like,
dude, I'm telling you, that would be electric. That's what we need so badly. And if we could do that, that would be great.
I think the Giants are like a popular destination for free agents. I think people want to play in New York, and like Giants are like building a good atmosphere. Like Joe Judge, people like Joe Judge. I love Joe Judge. I think he's the guy. I think he can get it done. I'm all on Joe Judge. Football guy. I'm all on. I'm all guy. God, just a guy being a dude, man.
100%. I'm all over Joe Judge.
I think the Giants can make it happen this year, dude.
And speaking to Micah Parsons, okay, so now we were talking about a little bit before the allegations and the problems and stuff like that. Clearly, and it's very obvious, the energy in Penn State is not great. It's just not. You had the Santos thing. There's a lot of bad. That is a bad locker room, and it could make people bad. It really can. Yeah, I don't think that lasts. That's not lasting in New York. And we used to have pieces like that, like with Devontae Baker and, with guys like, or DeAndre Baker, sorry. And, we had that stuff. That don't last there anymore. We got guys, you know what I mean? He's got guys like Martinez. That dude's a saint. Logan Ryan. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Bradbury. You never hear words come out of that guy, like those guys. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if Bradbury talks, and he's a top 5 corner. Like, you know what I mean? These guys are dudes. That are good guys. Same with play football. Yeah, exactly. And Leo Williamson or Leonard Williams, like great dude. These guys are guys, man. And same thing for Saquon Barkley. You got guys like Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones. Yeah, dude. Boring. Like
I feel like that. Yeah, but I feel like their mentalities all like they're like a perfect group. They all just like want to play football and like they mesh really well and they form a good culture.
Exactly, and
I like the way like the Giants organization's trending. I like the culture that they're building there, and I like the players that we're bringing in. Like I couldn't have said that 3-4 years ago.
I agree. I totally agree, and that's why I'm not that worried if we do take a guy like Micah Parsons, because all of the shenanigans that maybe he did, that doesn't last. That's not lasting with guys like I just named. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like generational talent, dude. You gotta take him.
Yeah, and it's not lasting.
If he would. You're about to pay him millions of dollars so he can buy that dude a new laptop. Problem fakes, dude. Like, dude like that. Micah Parsons, bro. That guy is a dog. Like,
dude, gross. It's gross.
The best player on Penn State. Like, every play, he's in there, like putting everything he's got. He's in the pile.
Yep.
Like, you can count on that, dude.
Yeah.
Like, push comes to shove, 2 minutes left in the game. Like,
that's your guy.
You can count on him.
Exactly.
To do what he needs to do.
Exactly.
He's not getting
Exactly.
Like, and he's gonna make a play. Like, he's gonna make a play. It's just like you can't pass up on a guy like that because he had beef with some freshman.
Yeah, or like other things problems and stuff like that. He is a dude. And you know what? I go back to this year too. Andrew Thomas, who again, another great guy. You never hear any problems with Andrew Thomas. Yeah. But he was, I think, like 10 minutes late to like an offensive tackle meeting. And Joe Judge benched him for the first half. He benched his 4th pick in the draft because he was 10 minutes late to a practice. Michael Parsons does any shenanigans? That's done. That's cut out.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah.
That Joe Judge is like the perfect coach for that.
Exactly. But
dude, I love Joe Judge.
I agree. I really do agree.
Sliding in like the puddle.
Exactly. He's a guy. And you know what? What bothers me too is like all the media and all these guys were like, oh, that's not going to last there and stuff like that. He, like the Bill Belichick mindset, he's not Bill Belichick. He just isn't.
Yeah, he's different.
People say he is, and they say he's like whatever, but he's just not that. He is a kind of guy. He has Bill Belichick attitudes and sort of things to him, but players love him. You know what I mean? Players want to play for him. You saw it with the water thing you're saying, and then you saw it with Evan Ingram when him and Evan Ingram, because Evan Ingram went to Ole Miss and he went to Mississippi State. They had like a bet, and whoever like lost the bet, like had to wear on Ole Miss stuff. Like that's
facts. Like
that Bill Belichick would never do.
Yeah, like Doug Peterson isn't talking to Carson Wentz for 9 weeks.
He's a turd.
What kind of organization are you running? Like that to have your head coach like really like involved with players. And shit like that.
Yeah, no, trust me. It's like that's his team.
Like you were saying, I think he's not Belichick, but I think he learned from Belichick and like uses techniques and shit from Belichick's coaching, like the way he coaches, which is great. Like good. Like I'm okay with that. Like
okay.
Obviously the dude worked under Belichick, so obviously he's gonna like learn some shit from him and use some of his ideas. But like he obviously is a completely different person and like runs the team completely different. Like you don't see Bill Belichick like making bets and shit with his players and stuff.
No, you don't. You just don't. Yeah, it's not that.
Dude.
So
dude.
He's our guy. I love him. I really do. I'm all on board. But I want to get back. We got to finish this wrap. We got to wrap this up a little bit. Maybe going a little too long. We got to go to the mock draft. Let's finish it up. So I have us taking Jamar Chase.
Yeah. I got Jalen Waddle.
And you got Jalen Waddle.
Up, baby. Yeah.
Right. And you know what?
Right.
I wouldn't agree. I would not disagree if that happened, to be honest. So now
I'd be happy with that.
But now, sorry.
All in all, if we could get somebody else, if we could get like Kenny Galladay or Allen Robinson, then we take Micah Parsons. Then we go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Go Judge.
Totally agree. I would be really happy about that. So now this is a mock draft simulator, so it did just simulate these picks. These are not my picks or Matt's picks up here. We don't make these. It just that's what it did, the computer by itself. But this is what we got going on. Again, like I said, mine's on the left, Matt's on the right, and relatively, we kind of agree. Relatively, pretty much.
We're similar.
We're pretty much there. I mean, you have Justin Fields falling a little bit, and then I have him being taken, so we're pretty much there. And you know what? And this is my last point I'm going to make for this mock draft. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, this big 3 wide receiver group. This is the group. All of them are going to go. All of them are gone and everything." Don't be surprised if they fall. It's just history. You look at your history. Historic wide receivers fall.
3 receivers in the top 15 would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, it would be insane. It would be ridiculous. I don't see it happening. Look at last year. Look at last year. You had guys like Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb, Henry Rugg.
Receivers you can get, I feel like, later on in drafts.
Exactly.
You could get a great receiver in the second round.
Exactly. So it's just, these guys are going. So to everyone that says there's no way Giants are going to get one of the top 3, I just think it's ridiculous. They're going to fall. I wouldn't. Again, the only team I really, really, really genuinely think is going to take a wide receiver is the Dolphins. Like, I am so for sure they're going to take a wide receiver. I would bet my house on it that they take a wide receiver if they stay at 3. So, and everyone else, I really don't see it. I just don't. Maybe the Eagles, but maybe the Eagles if they're dumb. That's it.
I think the Eagles will, honestly.
Because they're dumb. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't see. I think the Giants will get one.
Yeah, I do. I really do. I agree. But all right, guys. So pretty much we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you for joining. Sorry I went a little long, but we had a lot to talk about. This is gonna be big. Again, like I said before, I am making more mock drafts as the year goes on, as we do free agencies. I think the free agency starts pretty soon. I think it starts like early March. So. Once guys get picked, I mean, this whole thing could change. Like I said with the Giants, they're a big one. Like if we get a wide receiver, if we get a wide receiver, this is different. This is totally different. It's a totally different game plan. So, but again, I just want to say thank you for joining. I hope you watch the next one. And all right, see you.
It was a pleasure being on the broadcast. Totally broadcast to the moon. Like and subscribe.
All right, perfect. See you.